Hey guys, welcome to the Building It podcast. This podcast is all about things that you need to know in order to build what we call a strong personal brand. This is something that you have an audience of people that know, like, and trust you that want to support what you have going on, whether it be you're an artist that wants to sell albums, get people to come to your show, or you're an entrepreneur that want to get more people to sign up to the thing that you have going on and buy your thing. So all of these episodes are going to be based around things that we've learned over the past decade being in the personal brand space and what can be valuable for you. So today we're going to be talking about the mindset of a creator in 2023. Mike, what does that entail?
Yeah, cause I think a big part of a creator's mindset is, hopefully you're an expert on a certain topic that you want to talk about, but you need to be open to growth and change because the social media landscape is constantly evolving and changing. And if I were to just stick with the same strategy in 2016, I wouldn't get the results that I'm looking for. And so I think this boils down to, Truman, you probably know the book, but about fixed mindsets and growth mindsets. And I think
Yes.
that's an essential first step of a creator
Right.
mindset is to
Yeah.
have that growth mindset.
Right.
What's the book, True?
The book is called Mindset by Carol Dweck. And yeah, I agree 100%. Like while we don't encourage people to blame the algorithm or anything like that, it is a factor in the personal brand journey. And you need to be understanding what works and what doesn't. What you said, it reminds me of like the people that are still using 2016 principles and like tactics to grow their personal brand in 2023. Like they're uploading the square thing with the
The
text
white
and the
bars
bars
and
and the
the
white bars
text,
and
the
the
progress
progress.
bar.
Yeah, like, dude, it's that worked in 2016, but like literally factually, like Instagram, TikTok, they came out and said, like, we are not pushing videos that are not like full screen vertical videos, like 1080 by 1920. Like if it's a square, like if you're, it's, you have to pay attention to what these platforms are looking for. Like it makes me think of what you were talking about the other day, and I'll let you roll into this, like how Instagram is now a video app. They consider
Yeah.
themselves to be a video app. So like, how does that change someone's approach?
Yeah, because I mean, for one, start making videos. Like originally, like when I first started using Instagram, I did see a lot of growth from posting photos and like people reposting my photos using hashtags. But now, and then in 2016, lots of people were all about like Instagram stories, and Instagram stories are still really great talking to your current followers. But if you want to grow, then these vertical like Instagram reels, TikTok, the vertical videos is where you're going to get exposed to a new audience. And so like with that growth mindset, it's you need to be open to change, and you can't be so precious about it because nobody likes to get hate comments or negative comments, like can really hurt. But if you're very defensive about it, that's a bad sign. And
Right.
sometimes the haters can be right. And that's a harsh reality for a lot of people, that you need to listen to what your audience is saying, take that feedback and be open to changing. Like we had a client who posted a few videos that didn't have titles and captions on them, and they did a couple hundred views. Someone commented, said, "Hey, add captions on your videos." We took those same exact videos, added captions, posted them, and they got over 10,000 views
Right.
just by changing that one thing.
Yeah.
And that's one of those small details that if you're making videos in the 2020 style versus the 2023, 2020 you didn't really need captions on TikTok. 2020 it's like, shake your ass a little bit, you'll get some followers. 2023 though, there's a lot more educational content, there's a lot more serious business content. TikTok has evolved beyond being a dancing platform to now it's a full-on video platform, just like YouTube, where people are searching things like Google to find value, to find recipes, to find things that they want to learn about. And even with my own For You page, when I'm looking at videos, there's still a lot of like really short form content, but I'm also now getting longer videos that are, I think TikTok now allows like up to 9 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
So
Yeah,
it's just kind of showing a little bit of the direction that the platforms are going. That doesn't mean start making 9 minute videos, but you need to be aware of the current landscape and be open to changing with it, or you're going to get left in the dust. And then I'd say the next part of the creator mindset is look at it from the big picture. You know, if you're expecting to get 1 million followers overnight because you saw Lil Nas X or whoever, it's going to really demotivate you and it's going to really make it hard to stay persistent. But if you have that long term approach to building your personal brand, you need to have some patience. Like, patience is crucial. Like, we have clients that have been trying to build their personal brand for almost 10 years, investing all this money, and they still only maybe have a couple 100,000 followers. And so you need to have that long-term picture. Some people can really get a lot of growth really quick. Like, you know, Truman, you got about 40 or 35,000 followers in the span of a couple of months, which is
yeah,
really, really fast growth. But you don't want to go into it expecting that. You want to go into it committed for the long-term picture and have a standard. Like, if you're just hopping on trends really quick, you're going to dilute your brand. Each time one of your videos pops up on your potential viewers For You page is an opportunity to build trust or to break trust.
mm-hmm.
And so you need to have a standard for all your videos that you put out. And you need to be trying your best to make those really great videos, because someone like Alex Hermosi, banger after banger after banger. Roberto Nixon,
Yep.
banger after banger after banger. And surely enough, he got over 100,000 followers in like 6 months or so. And it's because every single video, he wouldn't do like, you know, 3 banger videos and then one selfie iPhone video that's just like, hey, what's up, guys? How are you guys doing today? What do you know, nobody cares about that. And
Mm-hmm.
so you want to be super intentional about your content, have the long term perspective, be patient, and be willing to grow and to change and be open to criticism. Look
Yeah,
at this like you're a student and you're trying to learn from your audience. Like, even observing who your audience is going to change over time, and you're going to attract people that you might not even realize that these types of people really resonate with your content. And so, of course, when you start, you want to try and figure out who your avatar is and make that intentional video. But over time, you might learn that another group of people is really into your content and start including them in who your avatar is step by step until you have that really broad that's like, oh, I'm a fitness influencer talking to men that are between the ages of 18 and 25. But then you might notice, oh, wow, I'm getting a lot of, 16, 17, 18 year olds, younger people that I wasn't expecting. And you can start to include them into how you perceive your audience.
yeah, 100%. I think it was either Richard Dawkins or a quote by Charles Darwin where they said, like, it's not the strongest or the fittest that survive, it's the ones that are willing to adapt.
That's fire.
Like, and so that applies to every aspect of your life, you know, but this applies to your personal brand as well. Like, it's like you can't just keep trying the same, or it's like, again, it's, to give another quote here, it's like, to the man that only has a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. I think that's how it goes. And so,
Mm.
like, if your like only tool in your tool belt for your personal brand is like just create more content about this one idea, and you don't ever look up and see if it's actually working, you're just going to always be putting out that content. You're never going to see results, and then you're going to blame the algorithm. But what you really should do is have another tool in your tool belt that says, okay, I'm going to create really high quality videos consistently, but I'm going to also analyze what's working, what's not, and I'm going to adapt. You know, I'm not going to get in my head and get an ego about it. I'm going to change what's not working. I'm going to, change my studio setup to make it easier for myself to make content, or I'm going to like change who I'm talking to. I'm going to add captions. Like, that was something that we, like you said, like, we were kind of against captions for a while, you know, like, but then we just kind of were like, all right, well, let's see, let's not be the ones that are like dictating whether this is going to work or not, or like, let's just do what's going to work and like not get in our head about it.
Yeah.
And odds are, like, I mean, for that instance, it worked. So just follow that like line of doing what's going to help your videos, like what's going to get people to want to share your videos, what's going to get people to want to, click like and check out the things you have going on. Like, don't get dogmatic, I guess would be the word, about like what your plan is. It's
Yeah.
like man plans and God laughs. You gotta change it up. Get a new
Yeah.
plan if it's not working.
I think it's important to like test and optimize and get rid of your assumptions and start to make decisions based on evidence and proof, like you're a scientist making your
Right.
content. Because the voice in your head, the inner roommate, is going to be wrong a lot of the time, and it might say, yo, Mike, that video was whack, bro, don't put that out. And you could listen to that and just never put the videos out, but you could also be wrong. And so just put it out, test it out, and then look and see what works. Go into this knowing that you don't know everything, that there's room to grow and room to change, and be open to that change and optimize your content over time. See what's working, what's not working, and say, okay, let me do more of this that's working, and continue to follow that path of optimization.
Yeah. And I think we could end on this unless you have something else to say, but I'm reminded of that John Mayer talk where I think he was like speaking at Berkeley, and he was like saying, like, and this was like in context to artists in music, but it applies to creating content as well. He said like a lot of artists will like think that the general public is a lot dumber than they are, and that me as the artist, I know it's going to be a single, I know it's going to be a radio hit. And like he said that like, you're wrong, you have it completely backwards, that the audience is a lot smarter than you, and you don't know what's going to be popping. And so it's not your job as the artist or the creator to be like, this will be viral, this will be a radio hit. Your job as an artist is to be the vehicle, the medium that this content comes through. And your job is just to put it out and let the audience decide what they want. And so sometimes like that relates to changing up your content. If you think that they want something else, give that to them. Don't get in your head about, I can't change up my style of videos. I've been doing it this way for so long. But if the question, or if the answer to the question of, is this working, is no, then you should change your approach.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, just as a last thought, is like nothing worth having is going to come easier or is going to be free. And so you need to really look at your content like, I'm trying to earn it and I'm trying to prove it, because a video that gets 1 million likes deserved 1 million likes.
Right.
You're not just going to, or a video that got 100 views deserved 100 views. So if you're not getting the results you're looking for, go and look at other videos that got tens of millions of views. Of course, there's exceptions like Bella Porch that just like, bounced her head on camera and somehow got 80 million followers. But you can't rely on something like that to get growth.
Right.
If you're trying to really grow your brand, you have to prove it. You have to earn those comments. The comments that say, why is this not viral yet? Why are you not famous yet? This deserves 1 million views. This changed my life. That's the type of comment you're looking for. And you want to really prove it and earn 1 million likes. Not just you're not finessing or trying to trick or clickbait anybody. That doesn't work. You have to earn it and put in the work to get, it doesn't even have to be the camera quality that makes you earn it. Like you'll see videos with millions of views that were filmed on a phone, but it's because it's a hilarious video of a hippo farting in a kid's face. Or it's some of the most game-changing value that you've ever heard. Yeah. So there's a balance between quality and value, and it's like, use every edge you have to your disposal. Share the stories that only you can share. If you've hung out with Kanye West, most people haven't, and that's a great piece of content that you can talk about that only you can talk about. And
Right.
so don't be afraid to flex on them a little bit or to talk about the things that make you special. You need to expose yourself, expose your brand, throw all this shit at the wall, see what sticks, and
Yeah.
then use your evidence and your proof to guide your content strategy. Don't just listen to your mind and make these assumptions. Lose all of your assumptions. You never know what's going to be the thing that pops off and that works for your brand. And so
Right.
just really be willing to put in the work, have that long-term vision, and eventually you're going to find your people and it'll all be worth it. Slow and steady. It's
Yeah.
that short overnight growth that doesn't last very long. You know, we have friends that have gotten videos with millions of views, have 300 followers, and now when they post, only get a couple hundred views. It's
Hmm.
because that video went viral for the wrong reasons. It didn't have anything to do with their brand, so they didn't get any followers from it. Versus
Right.
that slow and steady approach, talking to the right person, building an organic and healthy brand, it should be your goal.
Right.
So,
And to wrap up, I think that, I mean, depending on when you are listening to this podcast, we're going to have things down in the description of this, in the show notes of this episode, that are going to be more resources that are going to be beneficial to you that want to take the next step and actually build your personal brand. Because our genuine mindset with this podcast is just to give all of the strategies, tips, everything that we know how, like everything that we know regarding personal branding, we want to give out there. So we just want to provide as many resources as we can that are going to lead in that direction.
yeah. Yeah, great conversation. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, short and sweet. Check out Truman on social media, at True Mylan on Instagram, at Truman Mylan on TikTok. You can follow me at Mike Ritchie, and also follow at Temple Mill, where we're going to be, posting this podcast on YouTube, TikTok, everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Leave some comments. Let us know. We're going to get back to all of y'all and really do our best to make this as great as we can. So hopefully you guys enjoyed and get some value from this, and we'll talk to you in the next episode.
Okay, peace.